أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Surahs that we will be focusing on today, we've got Surah Al-Fatiha, Surah Al-Baqarah, so that's verses 1 to 17, and Surah Al-Ghashiyah, also known as the Overwhelming. Our main aim today is to get as many students on the mic as possible so that we can listen to your recitations and give you feedback accordingly. So yeah, that's the aim for today. We'll be going through these surahs and seeing how you apply your rules. And I wanted to mention the homework first, not towards the end. I wanted to mention it at the start because we have a lot to cover today, so I wanted to get the homework bit out of the way. Your homework is to go through Surah Al-Ghashiyah. Make sure that you apply all the rules in the recitation learned so far, especially a lot of students still make mistakes on thick or thin letters, or how long we need to prolong a certain letter for, and nasal sound of the noon and all that. So please make sure that you apply all the rules accordingly in Surah Al-Ghashiyah. We will be going through the ayn sound today, so don't worry if you don't know what we mean by this. And yeah, also Waqf consonant when preceded by the mud letter, we will go through that today as well. And your homework is also to learn the response, because at the end of Surah Ghashiyah there is a response, a dua that we read at the end. So your homework will be to learn it. Okay, and again, it says that remember that practice is vital for improvement. The more you practice, the easier it becomes for you. And timing is extremely important, and pronunciation is extremely important as well. So, Assalamu alaikum, co-host.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. May I please have a student on the mic to start with the opening dua, please?
Yes, we're going to have A7365.
A7365, Assalamu alaikum. A7365, Assalamu alaikum.
A7364.
Okay, A7362, Assalamu alaikum. A7362, Assalamu alaikum.
Okay, we can have N8375.
N8375, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
How are you today?
I'm fine, alhamdulillah. How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. Jazakallah for asking. Okay, would you like to start off with Dawood and Tasmiyah and recite this dua for me, please?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب علمني ما هو خير عندك.
Perfect. Would you like to go for the translation as well, please?
O my Lord, teach me what is best for me in your knowledge. Tazkhira.
Yeah, perfect. Beautifully recited. Amazing melody. Just one thing I want to say is that you will recite this from your nose, okay? This noon sakin, right?
Yes.
Will come from your nose. Do you know why?
Because it has the thing at the top.
Yeah, it's got a jism at the top, you're right. But this is the thing, whenever you come across a noon sakin, the noon with the jism on top or a sukoon, you always have to look at the next letter, okay?
Okay.
And if the next letter is not part of those 6 letters, alif, hamza, ha, kha, ayn, or ghain, and if it's not a ba, or if it's not a letter carrying a tashdid or a shadda on top, then you need to make sure that you give it a nasal sound, yeah?
Yes.
So ideally it should sound something like daka. Okay, so repeat after me. Daka.
Ariandaka.
Perfect. Beautifully recited. Jazakumullah for your time. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Okay, so we will start off our class by going through Surah Al-Fatiha. So co-host, may I please have another student to the mic?
Yes, we can have A7406.
A7406. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. Okay, would you like to start off with Dawood and Tasmiyah and recite Surah Fatiha for me, please?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم. مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Ameen. Okay, so it was a good recitation, but I would just like to mention a few things. If you look at this letter here, can you say this letter for me? Yeah. Right. Number one has a vertical fatha on top, so you know that you will prolong it for how long?
2 seconds.
2 seconds. Perfect. And not just that, it's an ayn. It's not a thick letter, but it just has a sound where you need to get the sound out from the bottom of your throat when you say, okay? So try saying after me, ah. Perfect. You said that beautifully well right now. And here you have a ha, okay? Well, this one has got a kasra underneath, so he, okay? Again, he is not a thick letter, but we do know that we give the sound from the bottom of our throat, okay? So try saying that after me, he.
He.
Okay, let's do that one more time. This time, try and make sure you get the voice out from your throat, the bottom of your throat. He.
He.
Perfect. And if you look at here, you can see you have a ya and a vowel sakin. So you have a vowel with a sukoon or a jazm on top. You said it well, because you were right when you were saying it. You said yo, but whenever you come across such an instant, try and elongate it a bit. Yo. Okay, so yo middin. Say it.
Oh, middin.
Perfect. So try and just elongate this for next time, okay? Just about 1.5, 2 seconds, yeah? And same here, you can see that there is an ayn with a jazm here, yeah?
Yeah.
How would you say this?
Na.
Wow, beautiful. And this dal, what does it have on top?
A dhamma.
A dhamma. And how long do we prolong it for when there is a dhamma on top of a letter?
1 second.
1 second. Now, the only mistake you made, well, I know you know that you only prolonged it for 1 second, but the only mistake you made was you prolonged it a bit longer than it should actually be prolonged for, yeah? You elongated it for a bit longer. So now, budu.
Na'budu.
Perfect. Just very quick. The do, you don't need to elongate that, yeah? And here, there is an alif with a kasra underneath, yeah?
Yeah.
See that. And whenever we come in such an instant, a common mistake made is people say okay? One thing you need to note is that it's an E, okay? Like an E. You need to give it sort of like, well, how to explain it? If you say this E, your mouth should be open but stretched at the same time, okay? So try and say after me, E.
E.
Perfect. So you say ihdina.
Ihdina.
Perfect. Now you said it beautifully. So you know that there's an E. You can never use it as an okay?
Okay.
And this here is a ra. Will this be a thick letter or a thin letter?
Thick.
A thick letter. Perfect. Why would it be a thick letter?
Because it's got a fatha.
Perfect. It's got a fatha on top, and we know if a ra has got a fatha or a dhamma on top, then we give it a thick sound. And if it got a kasra underneath, then what sound do we give it?
A thin.
A thin sound. Perfect. So nasira.
Nasira.
Beautiful. And this is the thing, when you say thick letters, we should have a circular round mouth when we say it, yeah?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Now, if you look at here, we have a dot. And what's the dot carrying over here? What is this?
A shadda.
A shadda. What happens when we come across a shadda?
Like you hold on it.
Yeah, beautiful. You hold on it, you put more emphasis on it, you put more pressure on it. You can say anything, but you should just know that you put pressure on it, yeah? So when you were reading it, you made the mistake of saying wala dallin. You need to try and hold the lam and the dot together for a good 2 seconds, okay? So for example, wala dallin. Say it.
Waladallin.
Perfect. Yeah. So yeah, beautifully recited overall. Jazakumullah for your time. Take care then. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Before we move on, can everyone please make sure that they have turned off their cameras, okay? So make sure that the video icon has got a red line across it. Please make sure you do that now. And yeah. So we've gone through Surah Fatiha, which was one of the surahs that we had to go through. Our next surah that we will be going through for the next around 15 minutes or so is Surah Al-Baqarah, okay? We will start off with verse 17, okay? And then we will go back to the top again and start from fresh, from the start, the first verse, okay? So co-host, may I please have another student to the mic?
Yes, we can have N8364.
N8364, Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. Jazakallah for asking. Okay, would you like to start off with Dawood and Tasmiyah and start from here, please?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أولئك على ذي نشترى وزالة آلة بهدى فما ربحت تجارتهم وما كانوا مهتدين.
Nicely recited, sorry. I think I just accidentally muted myself there. All right, so just a few things I would like to go over. Do you know what this is?
Yes.
What is it?
Shadda.
Yeah? And do you know what happens when we come across a shadda?
You like press hard on the letter.
Exactly, perfect. You know it. So you press hard on it, you put pressure on it. So when you say it, your lam was beautifully elongated, okay? There was no mistake with that. But when you got up to the lam here, you were meant to put pressure on it, and it should sound something like kalla, okay? I think when you said it, you said kala, but it's kalla, right? Say it.
Kalla.
Perfect. And here again, we've come across a shadda. We know that we put pressure on it. So would. Say it.
Wuzza.
Okay. Now this letter here gives a dod sound, okay? We know that there is a the like this, and we give it a the sound, okay? Very thin the sound. And let me find another example for you. Where did it go? Right there, it's not here, but it's basically a za. This here with a dot on top is a za, yeah?
Yeah.
So you need to show that this is a different letter and it cannot sound like that at all because these are two different letters and therefore they have two different sounds, yeah? So if there was a za, this za here with a shadda on top, then you could have said wuzza, but because this is not a za, this is a dod, you say wudda.
Wudda.
Perfect, to give it a dod sound. And again, we know that we put pressure on it because of the shadda. And what letter is this here?
Alarm.
Alarm, perfect. And how long do you prolong it for?
2 seconds.
Perfect. I don't know what happened here. Oh, yeah. I think you accidentally forgot to join these two letters here. So you know that whenever we come across a jazm or a sukoon also, it's basically like a joining sign, yeah? Whenever this comes, you know that you're going to join the two letters together. Same with shadda, you know, whenever a shadda comes, that you have to join the two letters together. So make sure that you join the B with the lam, bil. Yeah, say it for me. Bill.
Bill.
Perfect. And again, we prolong this for 2 seconds, which you did. But is meme a thick letter or a thin letter?
It's a thin letter.
A thin letter, perfect. So any thin letter that we come across, we give it a sort of a smiley face when we say it. So rather than saying ma, you say ma, okay? Fama.
Fama.
Perfect. And again, we have a shadda, we put pressure on the star. So hatti.
Khatti.
Perfect. We didn't say the star because we've learned through this rule that we've learned previously that if there is a jazm on top of a letter, initially we do join it to that. But if the next letter is a mushaddad, if it's got a shadda on top, then this letter will get scraped away. We will eliminate it, we will make it vanish, okay? So that's why you read it perfectly when you joined the ha with the ta because you had to get rid of this. And same here, Jeem is a thin letter. So rather than saying ja, you will say ja. Okay? Say it for me.
Ja.
Perfect. Again here, it's a thin letter. You give it a smiley face when you say it. But not just that. This is a kaf, but we know it looks a bit different. Because, as you can see, why does it look different? Because it's got sort of an alif attached to it, okay? And because of this reason, we will prolong this for 2 seconds. Kanu.
Kanu.
Perfect. You saw that we prolonged this and we prolonged this because this one has got an alif attached to it. And again, this is a ta. What's the sign on top?
A fatha.
A fatha. Perfect. How long do we prolong it for?
1 second.
1 second, exactly, perfect. So whenever you come across either a fatha, a dhamma, or a kasra, you need to make sure that you prolong it just for 1 second. You can't prolong it for more than 1 second. So it will sound something like muhtadin.
Muhtadin.
Perfect. You made sure that you prolonged it just for 1 second. Okay, that was nicely recited. I hope that this makes a bit more sense to you now, yeah?
Yes.
Jazakallah for your time. Take care.
Jazakallah.
Jazakallah. Allah Hafiz. Okay. Co-host, may I please have another student to the mic?
We can have N8367.
N8367. Assalamu alaikum.
My laptop is jammed, sorry. Can't get it. N8367.
Okay. N8367. Assalamu alaikum. N8367. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, can I ask another student?
Okay. A7365.
A7365. Assalamu alaikum. A7365. Assalamu alaikum.
कैसे होगा?
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you today?
Tukum.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, would you like to start off with Dawood and Tasmiyah and start off Surah Baqarah for me, please?
Yeah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألف لام ميم. ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون والذين يؤمنون بما أنزل إليك وما أنزل من قبلك وبالآخرة هم يوقنون.
Okay, perfect. Nicely recited. This was a tilawat you heard from YouTube by a Qari, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've heard the same one, and yeah, you sounded exactly like him, to be honest. So yeah, it was nicely recited. Just a few things I do want to say though. And yeah, can I just make a note to every student should go on YouTube and listen to as many recitations of the Quran, of the Holy Quran, that they can listen to, because that's also a good way of improving your recitation. Not only is it by practice, but it's also by listening to available things that are online. So YouTube, you can go and type in Surah Al-Baqarah in YouTube and listen to it as much as you can. And again, it's very helpful. So yeah, you should all try and do that as well. Yeah. Okay, so coming back to this, do you know what the sign here is?
No.
Okay, so we mentioned it with my previous student right now. It's a shadda, yeah? And you put pressure on a shadda. So you said alif lam beautifully, you elongated it, but when you were joining it, you need to put pressure on the meme. So it should sound something like alif lam meme. Okay? Do you see the difference? You had a lam and a meme, but we had to join them. So I did elongate the lam because of the mud sign here, but I still made sure that I put pressure on the meme. When I was joining it, I was sort of just putting more pressure on this letter, yeah? This letter here, we give it a the sound, okay? And as I mentioned earlier on, a za sound can only be given to a letter that looks like this. This is a the, yeah? Yeah, this is a dot. Imagine that's a dot. I don't know how that turned into that, but it's fine. There is a the with a dot, and this is how you say za. But if you have this the, you can see it looks different to that as well, right?
Yeah.
So you can give it a the sound. Try say it for me. The. Beautiful. Perfect. See, you can say it, and just try and apply that whenever you come across this letter here, yeah? And here is qaf a thick letter or a thin letter?
I know. Thick.
A thick letter. Perfect. So since it's a thick letter, we give it like a very thick sound. So we get it. The qaf. We say it from the bottom of our throat. So muttaqeen.
Muttaqeen.
Beautiful. And try and apply the same thing here as well. وَيُقِيمُونَ.
وَيُقِيمُونَ.
Beautiful. And remind me, what is this?
Mushaddad.
Mushaddad. Beautiful. Like a shadda or a tashdid. So when we join it, we put what? Do we put emphasis on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we put pressure on it. Perfect. So nasa,
نص
perfect. And sod is a thick letter as well, okay? So we give it sort of like a circular mouth or round mouth when we say it. Here, as I mentioned earlier on, we give it a nasal sound, okay? Because this is a noon sakin, and listen, I'll just show it to you on the revision slides. 2 seconds. Let me just write it down. Okay, so if we come to this, we're talking about noon sakin, so a noon with a sukoon or a jazm on top, yeah, like here. Or a tanween, like here. This is a tanween. So when you see a noon sakin or a tanween, yeah, you need to look at the next letter, right? Is it a mushaddad? In this case, it's not carrying a tashdid, and here as well, no. Is it a ba? No, this is a za and this is a za. Is it one of these letters, alif, a hamza, ha, and ha, kha, ain, and ghain? It's not part of those letters. That means that you give it a 2-second light nasal sound. So, فَإِن زَلَلْتُمْ. Say it.
فإن زللتم
Beautiful. And same here as well. قَوْمٌ زَلَمُوا.
قوم ظلموا
This is a thick za, okay? قَوْمٌ ظَلَمُوا.
قوم ظلموا
Perfect. And same here, that's the same rule that we need to apply. Fa is not part of those 6 letters that we just looked at right now, and it's not a mushaddad, or it's not a sorry, it's not a ba, so we give a nasal sound. ينفقون.
ينفقون
Same here. أنزل.
أنزل
And here again. أنزل.
أنزل
We know that Z is not part of those letters, and Qaf is not part of those letters as well, so we say min qab.
من قبل
Perfect. And how would you say this letter here?
قي
Qi. Beautiful. Now you know it. So thick letter again. Yuqinun.
يوقنون
Perfect. Beautifully recited. I hope this was helpful for you. Okay. Well, Jazakallah for your time.
تقلى
Jazakallah. Take care. Allah Hafiz.
رافس
Allah Hafiz. Okay. So,
Is it possible if I just make a little announcement?
yeah,
There is 3 IDs, wrong IDs in a waiting room. If they can, they want to come in the class, can they change their IDs, please?
oh, okay.
They're not with the correct IDs, that's why they're in a waiting room.
Okay, the ones with the incorrect IDs, I don't think they're allowed to come in the waiting room, because I did make an announcement at the start saying that they need to change the IDs. But I do see a few correct IDs as well, like A7369 and that. You can add them in.
It is A7404. He said his mic is not working, so I don't know what to do.
That's fine. You can admit them in, and then you can admit everyone in for now, and then I'll make the announcement of saying
Okay.
they should. Yeah. Everyone, please make sure that you have named yourself properly. If you have just been put into the waiting room, that's because your ID was incorrect and you have not put in the correct ID. And as I said in the class, for the class rules, that you will only be called to the mic if you have the correct ID. So please go to the participant list, look at yourself, find yourself, see if you've got the correct ID. If not, then there is a rename facility. There's like a rename button there. Use it. All right, and then change your name, okay? Because we want to call as many people on the mic as possible, but we can't do that. Next time, if there's anyone with incorrect IDs, they will not be put back in the class again. So please do that now, okay? Jazakumullah. Okay.
Okay, next, is it okay to give the next?
Yeah, could I please have another student to the mic?
N8367.
N8367, Assalamu alaikum. N8367, Assalamu alaikum.
I can't unmute her. Can we have N8365?
N8365, Assalamu alaikum. N8365.
Can you open the mic? I can't do it. Sorry.
Okay. I'll try. So what did you say? N8365.
365.
Okay. Yeah, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
How are you today?
Walaikum salam.
Yeah, how are you today?
I'm fine, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, so as you can see, I've got Surah Al-Ghashiyah up here. And this is a surah that we will be looking at today as well. We will be reading onwards from here. So could you please recite Dawood and Tasmiyah and start from here for me, please?
Yes. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ليس لهم طعام إلا من ضريع لا يسمن ولا يغني من جوع وجوه معئذ نامت ليس إيها راضية في جنات عالية.
Okay.
لا تسمع فيها لغية.
All right.
فيها عين جارية. فيها سرور مرفوعة وأكواب موضوعة.
Okay. So Jazakallah for your time. Jazakallah, that was nicely recited. Just a few things I want to talk to you through. So starting off, just to say this, what letter is this? Do you know what letter this is? Assalamu alaikum. I think we have lost.
Yeah.
I think we've lost the student. Okay. All right. Can we just have someone else, please?
N8375.
N8375. Assalamu alaikum.
She's not here, sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Can I have another student?
A7403.
A7403. Assalamu alaikum. A7403. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you today?
I'm fine, alhamdulillah. How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. Okay, so we lost a student before in the mic, so let's just do this. Let me get rid of these highlights here, and then you can start reading from where she was reciting, okay?
Okay.
So yeah, could you start with Dawood and Tasmiyah and recite the surah for me, please?
She's here now, N8365. Would you like to call her back, or is it okay?
It's fine, it's fine. We'll just stick with the student, yeah?
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, would you like to start off with Dawood and Tasmiyah and recite this for me, please?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ليس لهم طعام إلا من ضريع لا يسمن من لا يغني من جوع وجوه يومئذ ناعمة لسعيها راضية في جنة عالية لا تسمع فيها لاغية فيها عين غاوية فيها سرر مرفوعة وأكواب موضوعة.
Okay, so beautifully recited, I have to say. Your talaffuz is very good. You know, the way you recite your dad and your ta, and you make sure that you give the thick letters their thick sound. So it's beautifully recited. Just one or two things I want to make sure that you understand is, do you know what this is?
Alam.
A lamb.
Oh.
Well, a lamb, but this is the lamb, yeah? So what is this? Do you know?
Oh, the shadda.
Okay, so
The madda.
yeah, so the shadda is here, but this is like an alif attached to the lam, yeah? So how long would we prolong that for?
2 seconds.
2 seconds, perfect. So illa,
Illa.
perfect. And here you've got a noon sakin. You can see a noon with a jazm on top. We give this noon a nasal sound because, as we were talking about it before as well, here it's not part of these 6 letters. As you can see, alif, hamza, ha, kha, ayn, and ghain, and it's not a mushaddad, it's not a ba, and therefore we will make sure that we give it a nasal sound. So it will sound something like milju'. Nice, beautiful. And here as well, even though you have a tanveen, you will still give it a nasal sound because Jim is not part of those letters that we've just looked at. So Aynun Jariyah.
Aynun Jariyah.
Nice, beautiful. Okay. I think here you accidentally read this as a different letter. It's a Jim, okay? Here, this is the ta marbuta rule that we looked at, is that when we're stopping, you didn't give it, you said it right, you read it well, but you didn't give the ha sound properly, yeah?
Yeah.
So aliyah.
Aliyah.
Beautiful. Now I can hear the ha at the end, and I know that it's a ta marbuta rule going on there, and that's the same here. Lagiyah.
Lagiyah.
Beautiful. So yeah, nicely recited. Jazakallah for your time. Take care then. Allah Hafiz.
Bye.
Bye, Allah Hafiz. Okay, co-host, may I please have another student to the mic?
Yes, A7396.
A7396. Assalamu alaikum. A7396. Assalamu alaikum.
I can't unmute him.
Sorry, what did you say? A7396.
396.
Okay. Yeah, so can't I? It's fine. I don't think they've got the
Okay.
mic on them.
Okay, that's fine. You can have N8367.
N8367. Assalamu alaikum. N8367. Assalamu alaikum.
I don't know if it's me. They're here in the class, but I can't unmute.
Okay, can we move on to another student?
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you today?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. Jazakallah for asking. Okay, would you like to start off with Dawood and Tasmiyah and recite from here for me, please?
Yeah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ونمارق مصفوفة وزرابي مبثوثة أفلا ينظرون إلى الإبل كيف خلقت وإلى السماء كيف رفعت وإلى الجبال كيف نصبت وإلى الأرض كيف سطحت.
Okay, nicely recited. That was a good recitation. I could see that you gave the ha sound very well there at the end. So that was a good recitation.
Sakla.
Jazakallah khair. Okay, so but just a few things I would like to say. You have to elongate this for 2 seconds, yeah? So you elongated it for long, but not for 2 seconds, okay? So masfufa.
Masfufa.
Perfect. Now you know that this is like a huruf al-madda letter, yeah? So we can do that properly. Here you gave it a the sound. Now don't get confused between this dal and this one. When you give it a the sound, it would go for this dal. But this is a za, okay? Just a ra with a dot on top is a za. So wazara.
Wazara.
Perfect. And common mistake people make is they sometimes say bu. You say bu, right?
Bu.
Say after me, bu.
Bu.
Perfect. And here you gave it a sa sound, but it's actually a tha. All right. So try and say it with me, tha.
Tha.
So here it will be like mabathutha.
Mabathutha.
Perfect. Nicely recited. And do you know if qaf is a thick letter or a thin letter?
It's a kalkala letter.
It's a kalkala letter as well. Perfect. But it's a thick letter. Yeah?
Yeah.
So you give it sort of like a circular round mouth when you say it. Khuliqat.
Khuliqat.
Perfect. I know it's a bit hard when you start at if you have to do it from the start, but it's fine. Just get more practice and you will get the hang of it. And this is a sword. And is sword a thick letter?
Yes.
Yes. So nusibat.
Nusuibat.
Okay. Try not to say sui. Say sui.
Si.
But right now you're giving it this letter sound, right? This is a su, so this is where we give like a snake sound. With here, it's more of a thick scene, so sui.
Si.
Yeah, and here it's si.
Si.
Perfect. Do you see the difference?
Yeah.
Perfect. And here again is this is a ta. In this case, it's a tri, but it's a thick letter, yeah. So sutihat.
Sutihat.
Perfect. So thick letter, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Jazakallah for your time.
Jazakallah.
Jazakallah khair. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
So, co-host, may I please have another student to the mic?
Yes, we can have N8400.
N8400. Assalamu alaikum. N8400. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, well, they're unmuted, but they're not at the mic at the moment. So can we have another student, please?
Okay, we can have N8408.
N8408. Assalamu alaikum. N8408. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. Okay, would you like to start off with Dawood and Tasniya and start off from here for me, please?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فذكر إنما أنت مذكر لست عليهم بمسيطر إلا من تولى وكفر فيعذبه الله العذاب الأكبر إن إلينا إيابهم ثم إن علينا حسابهم.
Perfect. Nicely recited. There are just a few things I need to say. We know that this is a tashdid, yeah, like a shadda. So what happens when you come across this? Do you know what happens?
Do you join the letter before?
Yeah, so you're right, you join it, but you have to put more pressure on it, yeah? فَذَكِّرْ. Okay, so say after me. فَذَكِّرْ.
فذكر.
Perfect. And give it a the sound, yeah? Here. So here, أَنْتَ.
أنت.
Perfect. Do you know why we do that? Why we give it a nasal sound?
Because there's a ta.
Yes, it's a ta. It's a ta right next to it. And we looked at these 6 letters before. And it's not a mushaddat, it's not a bar, it's not part of these 6 letters. And therefore, we give it a nasal sound, yeah? Now, I will come back to this in a second. This is 3, so you give it a thick sound here as well. مسيطر.
مسيطر.
Good, perfect. And do you know what this is?
Is it an alif?
Perfect. It's an alif attached to a lam. And do you know how long we will prolong it for?
2 seconds?
2 seconds. Perfect. So, إِلَّا.
إلا.
And same here, this is a vertical fatha and you will prolong it for 2 seconds. So, تَوَلَّى.
تولى.
Perfect. And again, this is a mad saghir. It's known as a mad saghir. And we'll prolong it for up to 3 to 5 seconds. So, إِلَيْنَا إِيَابَهُمْ.
إلينا إيابهم.
Perfect. So beautifully recited. Yeah, I hope this helped you. Jazakallah for your time. Take care then. Allah Hafiz. Okay, so I wanted to bring particular close attention to this. You can see this is a sword, but it's got like a very small miniature scene there. What happens is, in this case, whenever you come across a sword with a miniature scene, you will get rid of the scene and you will give the sound of a sword. So you will literally just say the sword. So we will act like the scene is not there. Be musaytir. Okay? That's what's going to happen with this. Another thing I wanted to draw close attention towards is here at the ain, we have an ain at the end, and here at the end we have an ain as well. It's important to give it the correct sound. So when you say it, mildari, did you hear my ain sound? So me trying to join it at the end because we're doing work, we're stopping at the end of a verse, it should sound something like dari. Same here as well. Miljur. Yeah, so it's all about trying to get the ain sound out. One thing I did want to draw particular attention towards was at the end, the last verse is ثُمَّ إِنَّ عَلَيْنَا حِسَابَهُمْ. Okay, if we go to our responses sheet, which you can also access available online on the NQC website, it says ثُمَّ إِنَّ عَلَيْنَا حِسَابَهُمْ. This is a Quranic words. If you come across this verse, which we did, it's of part of Surah Al-Ghashiyah, then there is a response that we all need to say together afterwards. Allahumma hasibna hisaban yasira. Yeah, I'll say that again. Allahumma hasibna hisaban yasira. All right. So that's also part of your homework to learn this. Yeah. You can get tested on it tomorrow, so make sure that you're ready for it and that you know this. So whenever you come at the end of Surah Al-Ghashiyah, the 27th ayat, which is the last ayat, this is the response or the dua that you recite afterwards. Okay. So here is the end of the verse, and that's what we are gonna recite that dua at the end. So yeah, that's about it for today. Can I please make sure that everyone next time comes in with the correct IDs, and please make sure that everyone goes through the homework, okay? The homework that has been set. We will just have our closing dua before we finish off. So can I please co-host have a student to the mic?
Yes, we can have A7398.
A7398, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, would you like to start off with Awud and Tasmiyah and recite this for me, please?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم ارحمني بالقرآن العظيم واجعله لي إماما ونورا وهدى ورحمة.
Okay, just remember this is a Dhamma, so Hudawa, okay? And could you just do the English translation for me, please?
O Allah, have mercy on me through the great Quran, and make it for me the leader, the light, the guidance, and the mercy.
Perfect. Jazakallah, thank you very much for your time.
Jazakallah.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Okay, so that's it for today, everyone. I hope that this lesson was beneficial for all of you. Please don't forget to go on the please make sure that you go through Surah Al-Ghashiyah and learn the dua that we just went through right now. And also don't forget Jalsa will be taking place on Monday. So Jalsa Masih Maud, not this Monday but the next Monday. But this Monday on the 16th is the deadline for the submissions. So if you would like to take part in either Nazm, Tilawat or speech, please make sure that you email us for that and send us a recording of your voice. Okay, so nonetheless, Jazakumullah to everyone who attended today. I hope this lesson was beneficial for all of you, and do take care of yourselves, and inshallah I hope to meet you soon in the next class. And until then, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.